What's going on YouTube? Munition here, finally filming the overview video for my Tokyo Marui Recoil Shock Mark 18. If you're familiar with Green Mountain Rangers, you can tell this is set up in a GMRPLS configuration. I'm going to try to keep this video as quick, precise, and short as possible because I actually just got done filming take one overviews video of this, but I didn't like the framing on it and it was actually like 11 minutes long. I'm going to try to keep this under 5 minutes. So, backstory, I got this around, I don't even know to be honest, I want to say like 4 or 5 months ago. I'll have to double check on that information, but I'm the original owner. Got this from Red Wolf Airsoft. Base gun was the SOTMod M4 next generation, which I believe was their first or second in the Recoil Shock lineup to come out for Tokyo Marui. So it was a standard 14.5 inch SOTMod configuration. I switched out the outer barrel for a PDI 10.3 inch, and I switched out the inner barrel for a Mad Bull Black 300 millimeter. But before I get further in depth on what's on the gun, I want to cover some, not really problems, but things worth noting for whoever wants to buy this. So as it stands right now, the bucking could be replaced. I slightly tore it, I want to say like a millimeter, so it's affected the groupings by, I want to say, an inch or two. Nothing major, but it's still something I want to point out, and I was thinking about switching it out, but I'm not sure at this point. I do have a bucking in mind. It's like 20 bucks off of Amped. I may or may not switch it out. If I do, I'll note that in my classified wherever I list this. Another thing I want to point out is, as it stands right now, the Magpul trigger guard is not fully seated. The front pin on it is threaded, but the actual hole right here is not, so I don't really understand why that is. I guess you just have to hammer it in. At least that's what I'm gonna probably end up doing. I'm gonna include the original trigger guard as well in case anybody wants to switch that out. And then I think that's it. Oh, on the other side, on the trademarks, there's a small scratch that's like kind of silver, but the paint covers it. Besides that, the gun is good. So let's jump right into the externals. So starting from the back, I still have the regular SOTMod crane stock that came with it. One thing I want to point out is, hoping this is in frame, right now I think I have a Tenergy 9.6 volt in there, and I have it hooked up to an ET1 LiPo connector, so you can use regular batteries with this now instead of having to use the SOTMod, regular SOTMod Tokyo Marui made batteries, the weird ones. But it pinches the wires a bit, but I've ran this in a full day's skirmish worth in the rain as well, and I didn't have any problems with the battery. So moving up, this is a Element Mark 18 Mod Zero grip that I switched out from the original. I'm going to include the original as well. And then the paint on this is a blend of Rust-Oleum Earth Brown and Rust-Oleum Khaki. I used nail polish remover to blend the two colors together, and I did originally make some artificial wear, but at this point, after skirmishing it, this is all pretty much natural wear. This is a Blackjack's Weapons label QR sticker code thingy. I don't know if these are like unique serial numbers or anything, just something to add for Milsim purposes. The Riz itself is a Mad Bull 9.5 inch. It's the standard Mark 18 Riz. Originally I had an ACM made one, but the threading on it was not correct, so I couldn't use it. I'm gonna throw it in anyways because I don't need it, of course. And then the rail itself is actually painted earth brown, and so is the ACM one. These are LaRue index clips I recently got. They hold down the wiring for the pressure switches on both the Element M3X. This is originally black, but I painted it Rust-Oleum Khaki. And then this is also an Element LA5 UHP that I just dusted a little bit with the khaki. And then this is a real KAC vertical foregrip. Moving up, let me switch sides real quick. This is a 5KU KAC suppressor. I'm gonna actually take it off real quick to demonstrate that the suppressor is no longer covering the inner barrel, because originally when I had the stock inner barrel, it was covering it slightly by like an inch or two. So no longer have that problem. Put the suppressor on real quick. Okay, so moving sides. Let me try to get this back in frame. Yeah, it looks good. These two items right here actually just got today. This is a AIM 551 replica. There's fresh batteries in it, and this is a LaRue Element made EOTech riser. Unfortunately, it doesn't have the LaRue trademarks. One thing I gotta point out is, if I can get this on camera, the front, I don't know what you want to call this, but the front clamp, it slightly moves up a little bit, as you can see. The back one keeps it on there, so the entire thing won't like fall off or anything. It's just the front one is a little bit loose. If you're running around or anything, it's not gonna lift up or anything. But as someone with slight OCD, it's something that slightly bothers me. And then the last thing on this is the Daniel Defense sling mount. This is real Daniel Defense. I was originally gonna buy a replica one, but I think SNI Tactical had it shipped for 40, and the real one is 45, so it wouldn't make sense to get the replica. And then obviously here's the pressure switches. Oh, and one thing I missed obviously is I think this is a D-Boys or SEMA KAC flip up rear. I also do have the D-Boys or SEMA KAC flip up front that I'm gonna throw in. So let me put this back in frame real quick. So that's pretty much the gist of this build. It's gonna come, because I'm probably selling this, I don't remember if I mentioned that at the beginning of this video, but I'm probably selling this because I gotta transfer to university come August, so only a few more months, and I'm not gonna have the time, unfortunately, I don't believe, to play regularly. On top of that, I got out and played recently. It's not so much our community that bothers me, but the actual play style itself, it's like speed soft, doesn't appeal to me at all. And we don't really get MILSIM events here, if ever. We do have one or two coordinators that have been trying to do stuff lately, but based off of what I've read from their operations descriptions and the AOs, it's just, think 64 player battlefield team deathmatch out in the desert. That's pretty much what it is. Not to insult them, but it's not really anything coordinated. But they're trying, so I gotta give them shout outs for that. So it's gonna come with 4 mags. I'll actually grab those real quick. So this one's actually loaded up right now because I was testing the gun out in my backyard. There's the other 3. I put my call sign, armory number on 2 of them, or actually 3 of them. So you can remove that if you want. So that's 4 mags. What else? Oh yeah, it's gonna come with the original 14.5 inch outer, as well as the KAC 6-inch Riz, plus the original inner barrel. I do have 1 or 2 additional flash hiders. I have the original orange flash hider that came with it, as well as this black one that came with it. For whatever reason, that does not fit on either outer barrel. It has like this nub that needs to be removed. I think it would fit then, can't promise it. Might be a manufacturer defect. And then I'll include the original iron sight and all that stuff as well. I think that pretty much covers it. I'm gonna throw in the VTAC wide padded sling. But yeah, I think that covers everything that comes with it. Oh, one more thing. I do have 2 more extra mag pulls and a Element double remote pressure switch if you don't want to use the configuration I have on there right now. So I think that's everything. I'll have a link in the description to the album of images that I'll probably post on Imgur, if not there, Flickr. And then I'll have a link to the classifieds wherever I post this, with a full rundown of everything it comes with. So that's pretty much the overview of my Recoil Shock Mark 18. I know this is a bit overdue, Sorry if it wasn't as clear or concise as you may have hoped it to be. But if you have any questions or concerns, as always, feel free to comment down below or message me. I'm laughing right now because I'm looking at the timer on my phone and we're at 10 minutes and 37 seconds. And I said I was going to try to keep this under 5 minutes. So I apologize for that. But yeah, this has just been the overview video on the recoil shock. Yeah, I think that's everything. If you guys have any questions or concerns, again, feel free to hit me up. I'm going to start the price at, I want to say 800 or 700 OBO. It's probably too steep for most people, but a lot of money went into this build after all is said and done. So that's it, guys. I'm going to cut the video here. Thanks for watching. Please feel free to like, rate, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. I will see you guys whenever I see you. It's been Munition. I'm signing off. Peace.